Hi and welcome to Teletalk. I'm Liv.
And I'm Ben.
And on this episode you'll hear our carefully considered and not at all random thoughts on a show we like. There will be spoilers.
We're giving ourselves an age rating of 15 and above, but you're welcome to make up your own mind. Listener discretion is advised.
And we're here after all.
After all?
After all. We weren't sure, were we? We weren't sure if Oak Island would do another episode because there wasn't a follow-on thing.
Yes, sorry, I see what you mean. After all that, we're still here for episode 7.
Yeah.
Walk the Line.
Yes. Walk the Line.
The Line.
Which actually was more interesting than the name suggests.
Yeah, I guess.
Because walk the line makes it sound like toe the line. Like, do what you're told, don't stray, just do it.
Don't think about it.
Yeah, whereas actually, the whole concept around that, the geometry again comes into it, doesn't it? And yes. I find that really interesting.
I quite enjoyed this episode, just to sort of get it all out up front. I enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I think we start in the money pit, as is tradition at this point.
Okay.
And they're drilling I-9.5.
Yep.
And what did you make of the drilling?
I don't remember it so much. Okay. But I think because the rest of the episode is so good, and I feel like probably there wasn't much. Oh, they got another...
dingy ding ding.
Dingy ding ding from the handheld
yes, they
thingy.
did, yeah.
And then it disappeared on them again. But this time was slightly different because they got Katya over and she obviously knows what she's doing. Because she got there and immediately found the source again. She got it to ding again.
I thought it was interesting because Giles Barkhouse was like, yeah, sometimes the screws in the table set it off. And I'm like, oh, right, okay. Because I did wonder, like, aren't they going to, like, set it off, like, randomly? Obviously, they've never shown us that, but they must set it off on the screws in the table. Well, they have shown us
that other makeshift table made out of breeze blocks and hardboard.
Which explains that now.
Yeah, but, why not put all of them on that? If the screws in the table are an issue, surely that's an issue all the time.
But I have a feeling that by normal activity, like that jury-rigged breeze block table would just fall apart on them all the time.
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, Katya scans it.
With her hand scan. I thought she was going to get because they said get the manticore.
But she was like, hang on, I'll just start with this. And she finds the repeating whatever it is again immediately, but then there's nothing there, and then she finds it again and then there's nothing there, and you can kind of see her scooping the dirt together, sort of clumping it together, and then she gets a signal, but then there's nothing there, and she says it's because it's really fine particles. It's exactly what they thought it might be in the last episode. So they bag up the dirt, gonna send it to Emma, but you know what they didn't do was scan the bag to see that they actually got some in it.
Because they said, like, there's not, when it's all spread out, there's not enough to set off the detector, but when you squish it, it moves enough together to set it off, and then when you mix it around, it disappears again.
Yeah.
So, you're right.
Just scan the bag.
Isn't this now the second bag of stuff that they're... So we're going to have a big reveal at some point.
At some point, Emma's going to be like, this dirt is this dirt is this. Very interesting dirt.
I would just like to take us back slightly in the drilling process for this episode, just like because that was the most interesting. Bit. Like fair play. Yeah, they sent some dirt for testing, which makes it sound less interesting. But they were talking a lot about. So when they were going through their core, they were like the first bit they said was like, "Oh, this is loose material, but it's too dense, so there's no way any treasure will have sifted through that." And then they get to some lighter, like less dense material, and they're like, this is what we're talking about, because they get that after a hard bit, and their theory is that they've just nicked the edge of a boulder or a ledge, and like they now are certain that the treasure is going to be hiding out in a loose pocket underneath a ledge in the
it's
solution
very
chamber.
Specific.
They just nick the edge of everything. Like, at some point they need a new theory of why they're not finding anything. But they're now drilling to the deepest part of the solution chamber, where they reckon the cavities will hang out, and I quote, hang out under a ledge. And that's definitely where there was a cavity that's consumed the treasure. So we're now not nicking the chapel vault anymore on the edge. It's ledges or boulders in the solution chamber.
Well, surely at some point they're going to find the chapel vault if that has also been pushed down into the solution
That's
channel.
no longer fun anymore. It's poofed out of existence. They've got bigger fish to fry now.
Yeah, they're just going to find it all.
But yeah, that's quite a lot for the drilling, though. It's quite eventful by recent standards.
And they still found nothing.
They found a bag of mud with some metal in it.
Wow.
Metal flakes. To be fair, that is more than they usually find. And I think from there, we go on to an old reliable, Lot 5.
Yeah.
And they actually found, in rapid succession, some stuff.
A bead.
Well, yes, but first, it was some blue pearlware shard.
Oh, yeah.
From the early 1700s. And they're like, yeah, cool.
You know what's whole? The seed bead.
Yes. Well, it wasn't.
I know it's tiny, but it's all in one piece.
It wasn't a seed bead, was it? I thought it was a Venetian,
Venetian
Murano
bead.
glass
bead. But they're
bead.
very small. They're all small.
Yes, and it was almost an exact replica of the other one, what we call the Aquafresh bead.
You say what we call it. It's what I call it.
Well, I've called it that too.
Have you?
Yeah.
I only remember me calling it that.
Yeah, so that's because you don't listen to me. Listen to a word I say. But yeah, it's another Venetian bead. Like, lads look at like, yeah, I can date that. It's Venetian. It's from there. It might have twice the night
Hang
in
on,
Malta.
you're missing a trick here. Because this archaeologist that finds it is, like, newer.
She's like, yeah!
So she's like, oh my god, lad, look what I found. What is it? Like, how old is it? And he's like, oh yeah, it's a Venetian bead.
Murano
these are the
glass.
dates. I've seen these before. And she was like, wow, how do you know that? He's like, oh, we've found 3 of them already.
Yeah, really pissed on her
They've
cornflakes.
already been dated.
Yeah, pipe down, Junior. But I enjoyed...
I was thinking more it popped his balloon.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah.
Oh,
he was like, yeah, I'm cool as cucumber. I know all this stuff. I'm an expert in my field. Oh, it's actually because we found some. I knew nothing and I researched it.
Okay. You're surprisingly down on the laird stuff.
Yeah.
You
It was just the impression I got when we were watching it.
I feel like you're going to find some of his work underwhelming later as well, but we'll get to that. I liked when they were talking about it, and he did his sort of like one-on-one interview with the camera, and they were asking about like, are you getting proof of other stuff? And he said, we are building a picture of very early occupation, which I think is archaeologist talk for, we are starting to get proof, but not enough to be definitive.
Well, he also doesn't want to be blacklisted because America and the Americas have very distinctive, firm ideas on when things were discovered.
Yeah.
And anything and anyone that suggests anything different from that, blacklisted.
I mean, he's flirting with blacklisting being on the Curse of Oak Island, to be fair, so he probably doesn't want to push it any more than he already has.
Maybe.
But yeah, that's kind of the extent of it. They go, oh yeah, the bead, that probably ties to the Knights of Malta. He says that really in passing, but it's the archaeologist saying it now, so it's spreading. But yeah, that was kind of it for the Lot 5 general archaeology.
Yeah.
But we did do quite a bit on the stone marker feature.
Yeah, this is the new round feature that they found.
Yeah, this was one of the 2 big parts of this episode, wasn't it? And sort of
because he had 3D scanned it.
I love this because he'd done a drone scan.
A drone, yeah.
And it was all in 3D. And what did you say?
I said, well, you could just go and look at it, though.
Yeah, you were like, what's the point of that? And I was like, oh man, I was enjoying that. I was like, that is so cool. And they can look at it, and you're like... Yeah,
they could zoom in. I was like, yeah, because they could just move closer to it.
He's such a Luddite.
They could literally go and touch it. It's only on Lot 5.
But to be fair, it was cool to be able to see it in such granular...
But it's not like... Right, they've done this with the Titanic. You know, they've done that massive, really impressive scan. Yeah, amazing. You can see it up close. You can see
they could just swim to it, though.
You can see the scale of it. You can see details that you couldn't see before. That's impressive. This is literally just there.
It's a hole in the ground.
Like, you did not have to scan it.
But they could, because, to be fair, I know what it's like. He's got a drone. He's like, I've got a drone. I've got to use this.
The only way this would be useful is if they're going to dig up the rest of that to find out what's, if anything, underneath it.
Wow.
And then they've got a record of it preserved. But for right now, it's pointless.
That is an interesting thing, because we sort of start to then touch on, like they say, it's either to cover something or to mark something.
Yes.
But they sort of in passing say, oh yeah, we found some wood under it all when we were digging up the massive beholder, the massive boulder. So we've sent that for testing.
Yeah.
So that'll age it all.
But they're thinking it's either Viking or Roman.
Yes,
because Vikings put markers like this down to say we were here.
Yeah.
And Romans put markers down like that to say this is our land.
Yes, because Steve Guptill did some research as a surveyor. He did surveying research to see if it was like an ancient surveying thing. And he was like, Romans or Viking? And they're like, well, we found 6 Roman coins nearby, so it's probably Roman. And they use it for like marking things, and that there's likely to be other ones.
It's like putting a flag on the moon.
Yes, but they said the Vikings tended to use it for we was here, flag on the moon, whereas the Romans tended to use it to mark out roadways or pathways or indicate. So there would...
Yeah, but not just that. It was to claim the land as theirs.
Yes, but predominantly.
Oh.
So they reckon that there'll be another one within eyesight on one of the directional lines.
Yes, probably uphill, because then you get the light. You can actually see it.
Yes.
Yeah. The words and things.
Words and stuff. So what they also reveal is that the line, the east-west line, I think it was, aligns to to Nolan's Cross, which they'd already mentioned, but also to the, and they say this in passing, the 5 stone cairns.
Which we have seen before.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, will they just drop that in there?
No, because they don't exist anymore.
No.
But they have talked about them before when they've done some of the astrological stuff.
Oh, of course you'd remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're pyramids of stones that Fred Nolan found on his property.
That's right, yeah.
That were then destroyed by searcher activity.
Yeah.
Presumably Fred Nolan...
Well, it's similar to this current marker that they've just found. You know, are they going to dig it up to see what's under it? Probably.
In my mind, they were a victim of the Nolan-Blankenship rivalry, and Blankenship went and duffed them over in the night to get at Fred Nolan.
He was probably the one that dug under them. I mean, let's be fair, he wouldn't have just destroyed them without searching them.
Wouldn't he?
No, because he wanted that treasure.
Okay. I wonder if they're somewhere.
Anyway, they follow the line.
They walk the line.
They walk the line.
You had one shot.
I know. They walk the line from this rounded Roman feature that they found, and
down to lot 8.
They find a drilled stone that Rick found before. And I was thinking, I wonder if they're going to find that thing that Rick found before that didn't mean anything.
Well, I mean, they have to. You're skipping over a lot of interesting stuff here.
Am I?
Steve Guptill utilizes his Todo setup, which is his non-satellite GPS.
Oh yeah, but you see them on the roadside all the
I know.
time.
And now I know what those are. I've always did.
Did you not know they were for surveying?
I knew that they were for surveying, but that doesn't mean anything. I was like, oh, what are they? So they're non-satellite linked GPS, so that you don't have to have the hook up to the satellite for if there's like trees. And stuff. Also, I love that Gary got the chance to compare wands, as he put it, with his Manticore versus...
I found that a bit awkward, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it was fellas comparing their shafts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Gary knew what he was doing.
Oh, he did.
Puns.
He literally did.
But yeah, before they find the drilled stone, they find a little metal strap with a square hole in it.
Oh, yeah, but they find straps everywhere. Go on.
Something about straps and wands. Square peg, round hole. But yeah, they find a drilled hole. So you think this was when they'd already found it before?
Uh-huh.
The drilled
the stone. Because do you remember? Oh, it was an early-ish season 5 or 6, I think. And Ricky again. Marty? No. Who am I talking about? Rick. The older brother. He is out and about and he finds this stone and he's like, oh my god, it's just here and we've never seen it before. What is it? And they come and they all look at it. Whoever was on the island at the time, they didn't have the current team that they've got now. And they're like, we don't really know. We'll leave it here. We'll record that we found it. And at some point, someday, we might find something that it relates to. So that was the
same stone, was it?
I
thought that might have been another one. Oh, okay. Well, that's really interesting because that's on lot 27. Like, we're going into all the lots we've not really seen.
Well, they're just literally walking, aren't they? Before lots were invented.
Well, and Steve Guptill has a revelation for everyone.
Which is?
It lines up with the Kingdom Stone, which is the bottom stone of Nolan's Cross, which they uncovered few seasons ago.
Yeah.
From the astrological it was the astrological people that you love so much that were predicting like, oh yeah, Nolan's Cross might be part of the Tree of Life.
No, 2 different groups of people.
But
they're all doing astrological things, but the one I really like is the Italian one.
Oh, well, the ones that suggest the Tree of Life predicted that there would be a load of stones they hadn't found yet. They went to the base point, dug up, and lo and behold, there was this big boulder that had been cut cleanly in half. And what they did was they buried it back again, because they were like, we don't want to move this.
Yeah.
And so that is the Kingdom Stone on the Tree of Life.
Yes, and you say it lines up. It does line up, but not in a straight line.
I am just...
The stone... on lot 27, did you say? With a hole drilled in it, is in a straight line from the Roman rounded feature.
Yep.
And then the Kingdom Stone lines up, but almost at a right angle from that. So the drilled stone is like an angle turn point.
I'll
to
give
the
him
Kingdom
this. Steve
Stone.
Guptill is like featuring more and more prominently this season with all of his lining and...
Finally, his work is bearing... fruit.
I'm concerned that all of this information is just sat in my brain, pushing out other really important information in life. Yeah, that's going to bite me. But I made a couple of like slightly less serious but more fun observations as part of this. I noticed Ricky's shirt for a company called Lunar Sea Solutions.
Yeah, I saw that.
Lunar Sea Solutions. I feel like he's trolling us. All of these solutions are lunacy.
Even when you said that out loud, I didn't make that connection. That is an interesting choice of company name.
I'm just like, nice. That feels like he's trolling us. Also, Gary comes up with the brilliant observation that maybe the answers are in the ground.
Yep.
No shit, Gary.
Well,
what have we been doing since the
very... Some of the answers have been on the sky, in the stars, you know.
But that ultimately points to the ground.
Yeah.
We're on a treasure hunt. We're digging. The solution might be in the ground. Gary is here with the big hitting insights. Thanks, Gaza. And we ultimately end up, after all of that, on the big thing from last episode, which was the compass.
Yeah.
And that shocked me to my core, because it was actually a compass.
And then it wasn't, because Carmen Legg gets involved.
Doesn't it? Oh, did he say it wasn't a compass?
Yeah.
Then? Oh, okay.
He's like, that's not a compass. It's a...
divider?
Something. Divider, yeah. Well remembered.
Isn't that like the same thing?
And then they go, isn't that similar? And he goes, it is similar, but it's different.
Why are you saying it slightly in the Nessa voice from Gavin and Stacey? It is the same, but it's slightly different. It's just you're the way you were saying it just sounded very Nessa.
That was unintentional.
Oh, okay. So they say it's for navigation or construction. When they initially scan it, before they bring in Carmen Legg, spoiler, they say hand-forged, pre-1800s, near those stone cairns again.
I've got a theory about this, Emma.
Okay.
Because she's the one that says pre-1800s. She's the one that's done the scan on the metallurgy. Yeah. I don't think she actually knows when the metal
it's
is dated
on.
to. Yeah.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Because all she knows is what metals are present.
Yeah.
And that typically, from that time period, these metals were present in stuff and things.
Stuff and things.
It's very vague, because Carmen Legg comes along. I've been wondering about Emma for a little while, but Carmen Legg comes along this time and he's like, it's probably earlier than that. And she's like, well, yeah, I mean, it could be, because I don't actually know.
Because I think largely she can base it on, like, with iron and stuff, like how much magnesium or calcium is in it or whatever.
And if there's arsenic
mixture
involved.
So I think they know, like, there's a point where
that was stopped.
Yeah.
They got cleaner.
And so I know it's before, after. It's like AD and BC.
Yeah.
But for metallurgy.
Yeah. And I think so often they take her word as gospel. Like, that is it. It's this date. And actually, Carmen Legg, who really does know what he's talking about, he must have an eidetic memory or something.
He is MVP. Like, that dude is just flexing. Like, Laird Niven, move aside.
Yeah.
They show this thing and he's like, oh yeah, it's a high quality, handmade... it would have been originally double the length. Oh, and I remember seeing this exact one in a publication dated 1543, and he just pulls that out like, yeah.
I know, this is what I mean. So he comes up, he's got this real knowledge, real, I don't know, substance to him. Yeah. He knows, and he presents it to them, and she's like, oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Do you even know what you're doing, Emma?
He's like, for you, this is a big deal. For me, this is Tuesday.
I feel like Emma has been lulled into a false sense of legitimacy by being on the island and having people swoon at her knowledge.
Yeah,
and someone else comes in and calls her out on
Carmen saunters in, says, hold my beer.
Yeah.
And obviously with captions, and then just reams off the exact date.
Yeah. And then did you see, I don't know if it was at this point, but it was definitely Emma, and it was definitely when they were in the lab, and I can't remember if they did it multiple times this episode. But we are focusing on the whole table of people stood round. But the people on the right-hand side of the screen are talking. So
Carmen and
the audience, we are meant to be looking at the people that are talking. I happened to look over at Emma, who was pulling a face at the crew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, and who's this dick?
No, I don't know. It looked like it was an inside joke, or it was a that's what she said kind of a thing. I don't know.
It used to be twice the length, that's what she said.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And it was just this look, and I just caught it and thought, oh, you're having fun. Like, you're not really paying attention, or your bit's done and you're trying to relax and you don't realise that you're still on screen.
Do you get the feeling that maybe the crew are more her age?
Maybe.
Generation as well. Maybe they're pals. I mean, how much metallurgy do you need to do? Maybe she just chats with them.
Yeah. Well, she has put more effort into her appearance this season. She used to just look
like
however she wanted to look.
That feels like something that you can say. I couldn't say that.
Yeah, well, now she's like doing her hair, because she's got really thick hair, and she used to just tie it up. Whereas now she's clearly trying to straighten it sometimes or curl it.
And she's had her contacts in a few times as well. What I thought was interesting, sort of more almost supporting your point, I think, is like she then feels like she's got to come back and contribute, and she was and defend herself, because she's like, oh yeah, well, it is quite hard to date the ones that have a lot of conglomeration, have been under the because this has got a high.
If it's hard for you to date, don't even try. Leave it to the experts. Yes. Don't be making stuff up.
All right, I'm the messenger, Liv.
Okay.
Chill out. But she points out, like, oh, there's a high sodium content. Was it sodium?
I don't know.
What did I write? A high chlorine content, which would suggest extremely high chlorine content. So it suggests that it's been under the water, under salt water, for a very, very, very long time. And that's fine and dandy if it's been in the sea. But, Liv, where did they find this?
In the money pit spoils.
That's not in the sea.
No.
That's very much not in the sea.
Yeah.
And they were like, so...
They were like, how? How could this be?
And someone, in classic Oak Island fashion, is like, I've got a solution for you.
Or, an idea.
Do you remember what that was?
Yeah, and I think it was Craig Tester.
Was Craig there this week?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I think he was the one that said maybe it came in a flood tunnel. And then got dug up during the Dunfield digging or another time, and was just deposited within the spoils pile.
But that's fine. But would an artifact, a metal artifact like that, go down a flood tunnel? That feels
like because the flood tunnels are quite big.
No, I just mean in weight. Would it be sucked down there?
But I don't see why not.
I do. Weight and basic physics.
Yeah, but the flood tunnels were they used gravity. They went down, didn't they? In all the diagrams, they start at the beach and they dig down diagonally.
I will grant you, I've got no other explanation. It raises questions to me. But yeah, I guess. But yeah, it felt like she was having to go, no, but reasons.
Well, she also said, I can look at it again. Like, yeah, you look at it again.
Yeah, try this time.
Carmen's now giving you a date. No doubt you will be able to find that date next time you look.
Yeah, this is what happens when the big boys come to play.
Yeah.
But again, Carmen Legg. These are like the situations that we're here for. This is what... Carmen comes in and
he is so interesting. Every episode he's in is a good one.
Oh my God, can he have his own show?
Just people bringing him random crap that they've found. Stop it. You're thinking about things.
I'm trying to think of the show title. The Final Leg. This leg of the journey. Where in the world is Carmen Legg?
But wouldn't he be... like, where's Wally?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not a thing.
Being an awesome dude with Carmen Legg.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Yeah. Wouldn't you, though?
People could just bring their crap to him and be like, what is it? And when's it from?
You're basically just describing Antiques Roadshow, but with Carmen Legg.
But with archaeology.
Show me the metal.
Yeah. Or like, this piece of farm equipment's been on our land for years, and I don't know what it is because I'm not a farmer.
Oh,
What is
well, I
it?
think you'll find that is from 1633, and it is a very specific version of this plough.
Yeah, but don't you find that with farm equipment? Like, it's really weird and odd.
Hang on, Liv. Hang on. Do I find that with farm equipment? As if every day I experience farm equipment.
Well,
Don't you, Liv? Do you find that with farm
yeah, I
equipment?
do. That's why I'm bringing it up.
When was the last time you interacted with farm equipment? What is it you do when I'm not here?
Okay, fine.
You said that as if
No.
as if you work the land
I
with your
drive
bare
past
hands.
the land.
You drive sometimes. No, sorry. I've cruelly distracted us from what it was. I'm sure very important. What is it you find with farm equipment, Liv?
And farming practices.
Oh, obviously, yeah. You're a big expert on those too.
Well, no, I'm not. This is what I'm saying. Carmen Legg could answer these questions. Because,
how did you lead into "don't you find with farm equipment"?
Yeah.
What was the ending to that sentence? That question.
That it's very mysterious, and that.
It's because you don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. That they have very specific equipment for very specific jobs, and unless you are a farmer or a farmer from a specific period in time, it doesn't make any sense, and you have no idea what it is.
As we learned from an episode or two ago, you use a plough to plough for treasure, then you don't scan the ploughed land.
Yeah.
Don't you find with farm equipment that we don't know anything about it, Liv?
I was just trying to get Carmen Legg involved.
So yeah, on that's the episode.
No, it's not.
Yeah. What else have we got?
I don't know.
I haven't forgotten anything this week. Forgotten anything.
Is that everything?
Yeah, that's everything. That was everything. But
it was really good.
It was really good, really interesting. And apparently everyone's humbling everyone else. Some people are rock stars. We've invented a new TV show for Carmen Legg. You've educated us about farm equipment from the ages.
I don't know anything about farm equipment.
I'm going to tell you what I rated this episode.
All right, then.
I rated this episode 6 astonishing experts in farm equipment out of 7.
You just came up with that.
I did. It was originally 6 previously unmentioned stone cairns out of 7.
That was thwarted early on by my memory.
But I've let you behind the scenes. But yes, fortunately you supplied me with a even more ridiculous. But this was mint. This is what I come to Oak Island for. Pseudoscience, rivalries that we've invented, expertises that we've imagined. But just like implausibly specific information about random stuff. Just brilliantness. Finding stuff here and there. Janky stuff where they're going, oh yeah, when we scan this table, we do kind of detect the screws in it, but we haven't shown you that, but now we're admitting to it 13 seasons in. I loved it. This was brilliant. The only way this could have been better is if I'm reserving 7 out of 7 for if they ever actually find anything of any actual worth.
Yeah. Because I'm torn with my rating between 9 and 9.5. Again, I can't give it 10.
Halves?
Yeah, I can't give it 10 because they haven't found the treasure.
Yeah.
But it was a really good episode.
Yeah, I loved it. So what are you actually giving? 9.25? If we're going to just make up stuff?
I'm going to go with 9.
9?
Yeah, a solid 9. And
it's weird because an 8 is sort of a middle of the road episode.
Stop it.
So 9 is like above average.
Well, right, this is why I was thinking about the half. But
then just rate it out of 10 like you should. If you're introducing halves because 5 points isn't enough, you've either...
You just need to calm down, Ben. It's fine. I've given things halves before. Never had this much trouble.
You should have.
Anyway, 9 out of 10 because maybe if we had more Carmen-esque things, more
Carmen-esque.
Steve Guptill, more
Ricky,
imaginary lines. I don't know why I keep saying
Ricky and Mart.
Thing is, when you said Ricky, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. That's clearly wrong. And when I'm saying it, I keep saying it over and over and over.
If I said it, you would never let me live it down.
No, I would. I completely understand. And let it go.
We should call them M-Dog and R-Dog.
But I'll still get them muddled up.
That's true.
Anyway, that's it, right?
And on that baffling, slightly disaligned note, that is all, folks.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We don't know when we'll be on the mics again.
We'll see you in the future.
Yep.
That's all,
Thanks
folks.
for listening. Bye.
Cheers.